Hi, I'm Robyn. I wanted to tell you what happened last week at the Alabama State House and a brief look ahead at this week. Last week, the Senate passed the Education Trust Fund budget and the supplemental appropriations bill. We were keeping a close eye on these. We have been really concerned by the trend in recent years to give away huge amounts of education dollars to corporate tax giveaways and other non-education expenses. The Rolling Reserve Act that was passed several years ago does limit the amount of funds that can go into K-12 schools every year. And part of the impact of that bill has been that any amount of money that comes in over the limit or the rolling reserve can be spent on, other things. So we were concerned that the governor's supplemental appropriations bill proposal did spend money on things like a water park or the World Games that we don't necessarily think should be priorities to improve our students' education. Thankfully, the Senate revised the ETF budget and the supplemental appropriation bill, and those were passed out of the Senate with almost all of those non-education expenses removed. They also are revising the Rolling Reserve Act to have more clarity on how those additional funds in excess of the cap would either be retained or spent to support education. Another bill we were watching was a tax rebate bill, originally proposed to give $400 to every individual taxpayer. That bill was revised in the Senate and passed as a $100 tax rebate per taxpayer for a total cost of $275 million. That bill will now go to the House. We will be watching closely. We do feel that it is a better use of those education dollars to give more targeted rebates or to target a tax cut on, say, groceries. Which brings me to our grocery tax bill, SB 257, sponsored by Senator Jones. Arise has voted with our board to support this bill, which is a 2% grocery tax cut, a very incremental first step. It would go into effect over 4 years, meaning only a half cent would be cut per year. While we are disappointed that this bill does not immediately replace the lost revenue to the Education Trust Fund, which is about $300 million to cut 2%, we do hope that it is just the first step and that we will have an opportunity to come back in the future to say, now to fully untax groceries, here's a more fiscally responsible way to do it. So no, this bill does not replace revenue, but yes, we are asking you to support it. We think this is the best shot we've had in a long time to begin to address our unjust and cruel tax on food. Last week, another unfortunate bill was passed, HB 209, a bill to attack absentee voting rights, and HB 24, a bill that would go after panhandlers, might also come up on the Senate floor this week after passing Senate committee last week. So we have asked y'all to take action on both of those bills to say you oppose these attacks on some of our most vulnerable neighbors. In good news, however, SB 154, the driver's license bill, is poised to pass the House. So we hope you will let your representatives know how important that bill is to get Alabamians to work and school. Thank you as always for taking action and for your support. I hope you have a wonderful week.